Folks, whilst we're on the topic of a really high ROI investment that you can make right now completely for free with no money down, but will actually make you a ton of money in the future, smash the subscribe button. Here's the situation. You've got £1,000 and you want to test the waters with investing. Where do you put your money? In this video, I'll give you 4 credible options to consider and how you can get started. And one of them is a little bit left field, so stay with me. The first option on the table is the stock investing app Halal Invest. You can invest from as little as 100 quid and it will give you a nice, solid exposure across a range of investments. Think of this like the Skoda of investing. What Halal invest in is called public markets. You see, companies are either private or publicly listed. If they're public, they are usually much larger and have a lot of additional scrutiny and information available about them on the internet. And the other great thing about public companies is that you can enter and exit your investment pretty quickly and pretty easily. Now, you have funds that have actually been set up to choose a basket of, let's say, 50 publicly listed companies. Some funds focus on technology, others might focus on emerging markets, and others actually invest in sukuk, aka Islamic bonds. Yep, you can list bonds and sukuks as well, but we won't go into that. What Wahid do is they put together a basket of funds according to your risk preference, and voila, you're ready to go without needing to know very much about investing at all. You're going to make a nice steady return over a period of time. You probably aren't going to get mega rich, but it's a nice way to dip your toes in the water. It's pretty safe, and over the long term, it should work out. They also do offer an ISA, which is a tax efficient wrapper. That means any profits that you do make are tax-free. And for many people who live abroad outside the UK, let's say the USA and other countries, Halal Invest does have an availability for you as well. Although there are some countries that it isn't currently available. The best way to find out if it's available is just download the app and have a go. And let's say Halal Invest isn't available in your country, there are usually alternatives. So for example, in the Middle East, you could go for Sarwa or Baraka. There's a few others out there as well. In the USA, you have people like Halal Invest, Sharia Portfolio and others like that. And the same goes with Southeast Asia, India, Pakistan. All of these countries have their own specific robo-advisors. Just search for robo-advisor and then your country, and you should find some people. Just make sure though that they are Sharia compliant. The ones that I listed are Sharia compliant. And let's say now you do this research and you find that none of these guys are available. In that case, you can just download a broker app. There will be some kind of stockbroker app available in your area, and then you can just invest in the Islamic funds that are listed on there instead. Look, I know guys, this is a video about investing, but actually investing isn't just about buying stocks and shares. Investing is about using your money to buy you something that will give you a strong ROI over time. And especially when you have a smaller amount to invest, like £1,000, investing in yourself can be the highest ROI investment you can make. What do I mean by this? Well, particularly in your younger years, investing £1,000 in your own education is actually far more likely to add £5,000 to £10,000 onto your annual salary, which is a far, far better ROI than pretty much anything else that any other investment can offer you at that stage. The other way to educate yourself is about investing itself, because you see, investing is a real skill and requires proper knowledge. And the last thing you want to do is be investing the first time at the age of 35 when you've got a wife and kids and a mortgage and you can't really afford to make any mistakes. But let's say that you're just quite short on time and it's hard to often find the right source that you can actually trust. So if you want something that's reliable and curated and you can just digest it and it is packaged for you, then look for online courses, and also books are a great thing to consider to just get that information quite quickly. I quite like the Investors Podcast, and they've got a few cool courses that they offer for the serious stock investor. I've put the link in the description below. And we also have our own flagship Halal Money Formula course that gives you a real overview of all things to do with halal investing. Again, the link is in the description below. Now, on the book list side, we have pulled together a list of 16 books for you to consider and choose from, including, of course, this one. You can now actually also find financial coaches online. This can actually be a pretty sensible investment, but make sure that the people that you're working with actually know what they're doing and have qualifications and have experience. Really dig into that, because that's the thing that you're reliant on. And the right people though can help educate you on how to think about your investments over the next decade and actually save you a lot of heartache and a lot of avoided mistakes, and save you a lot of time that you would otherwise have to invest in learning about what on earth you should be doing. Now, back to investments. A recent addition to the UK investment scene is Nesta, which is a P2P lending platform that does it in a sharia-compliant way. They offer investments from a minimum of £1,000, though you do still have to qualify as a sophisticated or high net worth investor. Nesta offers something called property finance. Basically, what is happening is you are offering sharia-compliant property finance to people who are buying a house off an auction, for example, so that they can buy it immediately, because when you're buying off an auction, it's very difficult to get yourself a mortgage sorted in time. So this bridge financing can help bridge that gap. And then these people then refurbish it, this house, and then they will sell it on. And they will pay Nesta and the underlying investors a return on the basis that they've given them the financing to do that. The investment typically would yield you around 7 to 9% in income, and they do offer an ISA wrapper as well, just like Wahid. Now, one of the reasons I'm making this video is because I know some of you have spotted that our own investment platform, Curate Capital, has a minimum investment ticket of £5,000. This is very unfortunate because of regulatory reasons. We are restricted to only high net worth and sophisticated investors, and the FCA particularly want us, because we deal with funds, to have larger minimums. But we really wanted to give you some alternatives so that you don't feel like there's nothing out there for you, because there is. Now, having said that, we do actually offer investors the ability to pay in their £5,000 investment into a fund, let's say, over a 12-month period. So this actually adds up to £417 per month. So if you do plan to invest some money regularly every month, and it is under that £1,000 mark, which is the whole basis of this video, we are also working on some products in the next 6 months or so, which inshallah should be available under £1,000. So keep an eye out for that. So there you are, folks. £1,000 is a great amount to get started on your investment journey. And hopefully this video has shown you that there are actual real options for you to park that money into and make a decent return on your investment. And I'd love to hear from you. Are there any other options that I haven't mentioned here that are actually great for people who want to invest with a small amount of money up front that you've checked out and you found it quite useful? Let us know in the comments below. I'd love to check them out. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.